This is Art. This is Rosani. Today I want to talk about how to define English literatures, what should be the definitions of English literatures, and how to differentiate English literature from the rest of the literatures. As here we have the first definitions, which is provided by Cardinal Newman. Now let's examine what is his point of view regarding English literature. Like, literature is the personal use of language, while ordinary person use as they find it. The man of genius uses it indeed according to his own peculiarities. It is put forward by Cardinal Newman. Now try to understand what is he meant by English literature. As English literature is the personal use of language, it means that English literature without language cannot be fulfilled. The need of literatures without language cannot be fulfilled. Once we try to minus language from literatures, it is nothing, then it becomes zero. So, literary scholar must be used language for artistic purpose. He will definitely try to mold it. He will have to use language according to his own peculiarities. Peculiarity is characteristics. And what will be his peculiarities? His peculiarities will be his artistic art of imaginations. He will have to imagine. If he or she imagines the things, he could be able to use language according to his own peculiarities. It is this simple definitions provided by Cardinal Newman. Now the question arises here: how to differentiate them? Like, if a man use language according to his own artistic genius, it will be definitely different from ordinary persons, because ordinary persons use language as they find. It means that there is no artistic imagination qualities in ordinary persons. If ordinary person have that very quality, he could be able to use language as literary persons use language. It is the simple definition provided by Cardinal Newman. This is the second definition of English literatures, and the second definition is put forward by Oscar Wilde. What is he meant by English literature? English literature always anticipates life, means represent life. It will definitely, whatever it is, it will definitely represent life. It doesn't copy it. English literature doesn't copy life, rather reflect life, mold it to its own purpose, beautify it, but mold it to its purpose. It means that English literature doesn't just merely copy life or life events. It copy life events, but it mold life events according to its purpose. Like, you might have noticed that John Milton put forward the Paradise Lost as romantic epic. He doesn't copy just the fall of Adam and Eve and how they regain the paradise again. But although he copied the life events of Adam and Eve, but he molded it to its own purpose. Like, through the life events of Adam and Eve, John Milton represented his basics and his vernacular, his sublime theme that to justify the way of God to men. It is his themes. John Milton carried these very themes with the help from while representing the life events of Adam and Eve with the help from life events of Adam and Eve. John Milton put forward his basic theme. So it is the basic characteristics of English literature that it doesn't copy life, it represents life, but its representations is different because it molds life, it beautifies life with the help of imaginations. It is the three definitions of English literature. It is put forward by Ezra Pound. Now let's discuss what is he meant by English literature. He says that literature is news. It means that the treatment of literature, the way literature deals with the life, it must be news. Like how it will be news, it means that the treatment of literature should be like news. Perhaps it is upon focus on the classical characteristics and the classical quality of English literatures. So he means that English literature should be used that stays news, mean that the events of literature, the way English literature treat the life events of the people must be news, and this thing will be happens, it will endure the time, it will pass the time, it will copy the time, it will save the time. Mean literature must be news that stays new, it will endure the time. Now, it is the four definitions of English literature. It is put forward by Goethe, a writers. Now, what is he meant by English literature? He says that art is a step taken by nature toward eternity. Eternity means unending time. He also stressed the classical aspects of English literature. Like he says that if artists try to imaginatively represent a scenery, for example, a scenery, a domestic scenery, a rural scenery, so that very domestic scenery must be died. There is ending time for such scenery, but the way writer represented it according to literary sense, that very literary treatment, the way he treat that very scenery can't be died. Like there is no ending time for peace, for a scenery, for a life, for events which is literally describes. If a writer literally describe a life, a scenery, an event, that very events, that very the physical aspect of that very scenery can be died, but the way literally scholar describe it, it can't be died. Meaning, if artists try to literally describe something, it becomes unending time. There is no stop time for such events. That is the basic quality, perhaps the basic quality as well as the definitions of English literature put forward by Goethe. Now, that is the first definitions of English literature. It is put forward by mould. Now, what he meant by English literature? He says that English literature must voice the past, reflect the present, mourn the futures. If we understand this very definition with the simple example, like you might have studied Charles Dickens' Great Expectations. If we take Great Expectations as an example to understand this very definition, it would be very helpful because it is very common. Charles Dickens copied the life events of a boy, an orphan boy, a Pip. Pip lived in very past. Charles Dickens copied that very past event of Pip life. It is the first aspect of definitions. Literature must know the past. Charles Dickens copied the life event of Pip in very past. With the help of that very past event of Pip life, he reflects the current issue of orphans, the child labor issue in Victorian age. And with the help of that very past life event of Pip, he molded the future for the orphans and child labor as well. Charles Dickens copied the past life event of Pip. With the help of that very past event, he represents the current issue, the current child labor issue of the Victorian era, and with the help of that very past event, he molded the future for an orphan in Victorian era. After the publications of the Great Expectations and after the study of Great Expectations, they have passed a lot of bills in the right of child labor. I think about approximately 95% child labor issues has been resolved with the help of that very knowledge. So, according to these definitions, literature must voice the past, as Charles Dickens copies the life events of Pip, reflect the present with the help of that very past event. Charles Dickens reflect the current issue, the present issue, and molds the futures with the help of that very past issues, past life events. He molded the future for orphan kids or child laborers. So that is the definitions put forward by Montaigne. That is the 6 definitions of English literature put forward by Emerson. Now what he meant by English literature, he says that all art is the expressions of life in the forms of truth and beauty. He considered English literature as an art. Like he says this art, mean sculpturing, this painting, dancing, writing, etc. These are different major form of art. All these represented life according to its own characteristics. Like sculpturing is an art, it also expresses life, it is the expression of life. Through sculpturing, someone try to have a life in painting, in sculpturing, someone try express life in sculpturing, someone try express life in painting, someone try express life in dancing, in writing. So these are different art forms which express life in the form of beauty, like sculpturists, painters, dancers, writers try their best to represent life in the form of beauty. Every artist try to represent life in the form of beauty and truth. All they try their best to represent their work truly. They primarily focus on to represent their work truly and beautifully. How this is so? Like all art is the expression of life, mean that in every art form there is the expression of life. There is life in all art in the form of truth and beauty. And that life is propagated in that very specific art in the form of truth and beauty. That is the definition put forward by Emerson. That is the last definition, the 7 definitions. We have some of the previous 6 definitions in that very last definitions. Now what is this? Literature is the imaginative work of art which represents life, can be fulfilled with language. Like to understand these definitions, in the work of literature there must be imaginations. If there is no imaginations, the work of art can't be considered pure literary, because with the help of imaginations, a literary writers can mold, can beautify, can polish the work, his work or her work. So, in the work of literature, there must be imaginations. Now, what is imaginations? To under your thought, your characteristics of mind, to develop ideas and feelings and to express that very ideas and feeling and thing can be considered the work of imaginations. Now, literary work must consist of imaginations. Writer can imagine for literary piece. So, work of art which represent life. Every work of literature must be represent life. Every work of literature must be represent life, because life event is the raw material on which literature can work. If there is no raw material, there won't be any literary work. That is the raw material upon which literature work can be fulfilled with language. So, this is the last definitions of English literatures, in which we have some of the previous 6 definitions. Like we have 3 main terms in this very definitions like that. The work of literature must be consist of imaginative characteristics. That very work must be represent life, whether it is the life of a woman, whether it is the life of a boy, a life of scenery, paradise life, each and everything. But it will definitely represent life, and that representation must be done through language. If there is no language, there won't be any literature, because other the rest of the art like sculpturing, painting, dancing, etc., they are fulfilled without language. But the art of literature can't be fulfilled without language. So these are the 3 basic terms: imaginative, life, language, which consists in that way definitions. It is the last way definitions. If you like the video, share it. Thank you.